FEMA concentration camps.
The FEMA plans to imprison American citizens have generated a lot of interest around the country. This U.S. Air Force train indicates federal and military involvement.
There's double-decker trains that have been built by Gunderson Steel, 300,000 of them. They're double-decker trains. It's nothing but benches and chains and shackles, and they're highly vented on the side for air passage, because all they're going to do is roll these trains into these detention camp chambers, gas people, get them out, roll the next train in, and it's very simple.
Really sick.
And they said they can process 26,000 people every hour. Or every 24 hours or something like that. Wow. It's insane.
This small building is the only way into a particular fenced area. All of the renovations to this property have involved putting in new fencing, electronic turnstiles, concrete flooring in unused warehouse buildings, and putting in large gas furnaces on buildings that were never heated any time in the past 20 years. All topped by barbed wire, pointing inward, not to keep people out, but to keep people in. Inside the fenced area on the other side of the building, you'll see signs that say Red Zone, right up next to the railroad tracks that run the length of the fenced area. The building is one that has a new concrete floor, and its doors and windows have all been blocked. Outside there are new gas pipes. The gas lines and gas pipes at the facility run the length of the buildings. And come out at some very, very large, brand new furnaces that have been installed at the buildings throughout the facility.
Under martial law, they can obtain your records, they can seize your home, they can take your cards, full control of all highways and everything, and they can put you in one of the 800 FEMA concentration camps that they have now put up.
The last thing the men behind the curtain want is a conscious, informed public capable of critical thinking, which is why a continually fraudulent zeitgeist is output via religion, the mass media, and the educational system. They seek to keep you in a distracted, naive bubble, and they are doing a damn good job of it.
What I feel is that we're losing control of who we are. We didn't have any rights. I mean, they treated us like criminals. They treated us like if we were in a third world country.
From my cold, dead hand.
If martial law were enacted here at home, like depicted in the movie The Siege, easing public fears and quelling dissent would be critical. And that's exactly what the Clergy Response Team, as it's called, helped accomplish in New Orleans.
Jeff, the primary thing that we say to anybody is let's cooperate and get this thing over with, and then we'll settle the differences once the crisis is over. Because the government is established by the Lord, you know, and that's what we believe in the Christian faith. That's what's stated in the Scripture.
Civil rights advocates believe the amount of public cooperation may depend largely on how long they expect the suspension of their rights might last.
They didn't care what your rights were. They were going to deny them. It's not America as we've known it before. It's changing.
Then, Patty showed them a small revolver she was carefully holding in the palm of her hand. A camera crew was there to capture what unfolded next.
I said, it's not even loaded. And I dropped it on the floor.
You got a gun?
Well, they punched me in the face.
And you are not told what you're not supposed to know. The North American Union is the same concept as the European Union, the African Union, and the soon-to-be Asian Union, and the same people are behind all of them. And, when the time is right, the North American Union, the European Union, the African Union, and the Asian Union will be merged together. Religion, patriotism, race, wealth, class, and every other form of arbitrary, separatist identification, thus conceit, has served to create a controlled population, utterly malleable in the hands of the few. Divide and conquer is the motto, and as long as people continue to see themselves as separate from everything else, they lend themselves to being completely enslaved.
This is the only way that I can warn the public of what is coming within the next 9 months. Anything, the slightest thing can trigger martial law. And that is really scary because under martial law, they can obtain your records, they can seize your home, they can take your cars, full control of off all highways and everything, and they can put you in one of the 800 FEMA concentration camps that they have now.
When we are successful, and we will be, we have a real chance at this new world order.
Loathsome I've become. A creature so undone. Wretched and broken. I cannot find my faith. Any God will do. Nothing said is new. Nothing said is true. Fly away my hope. Embrace